All right, we are live. Huh? We are live. I thought I said earlier, but apparently I didn't. Boy, I hope there's some water or something up here. I am thirsty.
I'm thirsty too. That turbo force. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Great.
I got my soda.
Oh, both of the batteries are in the. That's yeah. There you go. No. Huh? Oh, all right. All right. A little bit. Need to cut the grass.
Taxpayer dollars. Well, it's part of the Green New Deal. They can't cut it.
The Green New Steel.
If you haven't noticed, look at the states that were slow walking the county. What do they all have in common? They're all Democrat run. They've been saying they're going to do this all along. They learned their lesson with Hillary. And by the way, who in their right mind actually think that Joe Biden got more votes than Hillary Clinton?
Or Obama, for that matter.
I want you guys to do two things. Number one, this fight isn't over. And I'm sure each and every one of you here, like us, has put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this election. But it's not over yet. This morning, Lindsey Graham, who I don't agree with very often, gave $500,000 to Donald Trump so that he could fight the feeling of this election. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's $1. I'm out of because all the men and women, the greatest in our nation, all the men and women who volunteered to serve in our armed forces, the number of PTSD suicides this week has skyrocketed. Say a prayer, because that's what's hurting the most. They went out and they put their lives on the line for this country. And now they're at home. And what are they doing? They're in despair. They're locked up. They don't have the resources they normally have because of COVID. And they are taking their own lives. People, say a prayer for all the men and women in law enforcement and for all the men and women who put on a uniform to make sure that we remain a free country.
Next time we're in Addison, somebody else can speak. Probably see her in some of our other rallies. A friend, you're conservative. I love that. You know who I am.
You're an American.
You don't know who I am, but I'm you. A regular person. Mind my own business. Talking about it. Minding my own business. From the start, and I found out that the government was fine. Everybody in my life. And I said, I'm not going to do that. And so I'm not going to stand here and say you come. Because this is where you belong. Next to each other, shoulder to shoulder, on this grass, next to that building, to tell them that we're not going
Not
to
right now.
they are in there corrupting the one thing that makes us American. They laughed at us for 4 years because we were young, because we believed in the Constitution, we believed in the flag, we believed in God. They laughed at us. They ignored us when we called for, please let our poor little elderly people have visits from their families and not die on them. They ignored us. They ignored us when we said, keep your hands off our face. They ignored us. They ignored us when we said, just let's get to church and worship the way we want. Let's go out and do what we want. They ignored us. So we stood here next to each other and we fought. And then we said, pay attention. And they said, you know how you get our attention? Vote. Show up. Let them all be good. Vote. And we said, okay, that's what we're going to do. And we showed up. We showed up in numbers. We showed up at the rallies. We showed up at the polls. And we said, we're going to show up. And our vote's going to count. That's our vote. That's what makes America our vote. It's the difference between the republic and communism. We don't live in this country. We're never we won't allow it. So we showed up. You feel like your vote counted?
Hell no.
Did you vote? Are they listening? No. They've got control right now over 40,000 ballots. They call it provisional. 40,000. They released 26,000 names on those 40,000 ballots. I couldn't believe it. They released 26,000 names. It turns out that 16,000 of those names weren't even eligible to vote. And they knew it when they voted. They got control of those votes. They're going to count if they can get away with it. We need 9 days. Why do we need 9 more days? Why do they ask for 9 more days? If you've got nothing to hide, why are you hiding? Hide from us. We're here.
What's going on there, JT? Just curious to know if you can hear the announcer all right.
stop what you're trying to do. Call this election for the man who won the presidency.
Awesome, awesome.
Call the election. Make this vote matter. Make this state great again. And make it great again. Exactly. Awesome. All right, next I'm going to ask Jim Burger. Jim.
Go get him, Jim.
Hi, Jim. Thanks for being here today. Thank you. All right. Thank you, sir.
I come from a country in Africa, Zimbabwe. Before the 15 long years, try and stop the communist backed invasion, but eventually in 1980 we succumbed, and a man called Robert Mugabe took over. You may have heard of him. He stayed in power for 38 years. We had elections every 4 years, but those elections were rigged through voter intimidation, through ballot fraud. Mugabe stayed there for 38 years. The country that was the breadbasket of Africa became one of the poorest nations in the world. Corruption, no thoughts for the people, and the basic socialist doctrine. You all hear about Venezuela, nobody hears about Zimbabwe. Anyway, a little bit of history. Only two countries have ever declared independence against Great Britain. One being the United States, and the other country was my country, Rhodesia. We declared our independence a little bit later, 11th of November 1965. But anyway, I was lucky enough, blessed enough to make it to this country. I came legally, work visa, green card, and finally citizenship. Which I am very, very proud of. But I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be fighting, stop the same kind of voter oppression that we saw in Zimbabwe. It is a shock. It breaks my heart. And, you know, our president, I talk to people. I won't talk too much, but that's it. I talk to people. I talk to Democrats, and I say, tell me what has Donald Trump done that has hurt this country? He's a racist. Come on. You're a fiddler. He doesn't like women. Well, just have a look at all his wives. I think there's probably more ladies than men. We don't like the way he talks. Okay? Whatever. Tell me, what has he done to hurt this great nation of ours? Nothing. I just want to thank you for letting me speak here today. It's not something I'm used to. And I treasure my citizenship. I treasure all of you friends. And God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you. USA! 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 USA!
That was timely. That was timely that Mr. Jim got to share his story of becoming an American citizen today. Funny, this week actually, right before the election, someone very near to me, close family member, married in, of course, became a U.S. citizen after a 10-year journey of becoming a legal American citizen. And God bless her. Do you ever know what she had to go through to have the privilege of saying she's an American? It is not anything to take lightly. And it's been her journey that has kind of shown me how important it is to protect that, because it's not anything to sneeze at. It's not anything that we should take lightly. And she's been floored as well to see the way that things have gone this week. So this was kind of not a great election for her to start off on as an American citizen, but I hope we can redeem ourselves. So next we're going to have my husband, Adam Smith, United States Marine Corps veteran. So I'm going to pass the mic to him. Thank you.
Right. Simple five. Yeah. I just want to thank everyone who served our country honorably. That's any veterans here. Okay, all veterans, raise your hand. Yes. Yes. Now, let me explain something to you about being a veteran. Because to tell you the truth, when I was 17 years old, I did not want to go in the military. I was like, why am I going to the military? I really don't want to go in the military. I just don't like it. But I looked at my dad, and my dad served honorably in the Marine Corps. He went to Vietnam. He fought a hell of a war over there. It was hell. And he said, he looked me in the eyes many times and said, son, I used to watch war movies with you. And I said, man, that's awesome, man. War is just awesome. He said, no, son, war is not awesome. War is hell. You do not ever want to go to war, son. But yet, when I turned 17, I knew the dangers that lie ahead when I made a choice to enter the Marine Corps. And I did so, not only, at first it was more of like I wanted to impress my father, right? I wanted to impress my dad. And it was about that time, too, that I came to salvation in Christ Jesus with my grandmother. Yes, yes. And I may share tears, but you know, it's what the Holy Spirit does. It was about that time I came to salvation in Christ. My grandmother took me to an Easter play, and I saw what Christ had done for me. I saw the sacrifice that he had made for me. I saw what he had done willingly, even though he had all the power at his disposal to say no. He could have easily said, Father, I don't want to do it. But he said, you know what, your will, Father. So I set aside my own personal preconceived notions about what the Marines would be about. And I went in. And I did it because God put courage in my heart. God said, have courage. And I went in. And it was hell. Boot camp was hell. They treat you like, you know, I don't have to tell you, all you veterans, you know what it's like. But people that have not served, it is not fun. It is not fun. You go through rigorous, like, breaking down of who you are. They literally strip you of everything that you ever were, and then they rebuild you into what they would have you be. Right. To not ever think about yourself. When it comes time, when they say charge that here, you don't think about who you were. You think about who you are. The same way Christ does his followers. Christ sets aside all that you were and says, this is who you are. You understand? It's the courage. That's why I wanted to bring this up. The Marines was the best thing that ever happened to me. I was a little pumped before I went to the Marines, and it made me a man. It made me a man. Even to this day, I look back on the Marines with gladness in my heart. Even though when I was in it, I didn't really like it, right? But I look back on it as, man, I'm so glad I did that. Well, let me explain something to you. That flag right there has 3 colors on it: red, white, and blue. Okay? Red represents valor. You know the definition of valor? Valor is basically setting aside everything that you think is going to happen. Go ahead and rush again and have valor. Being brave. Being able to not even care about your own life when it comes time to charge the hill, or when it comes time to stand out here on this grass and just to be here, to be present. That is valor. Each and every one of you, regardless if you serve in the Marines, you are fighting a fight right now. And right now, it's time to charge that hill. It's time to charge the Capitol Hill. It's time to go there. We will be here. One way or another, if we have to lay down our comfort, we have to lay down, we have to shed tears, shed sweat, shed blood, whatever it takes, we're going to take back this country. What is rightfully ours. Benjamin Franklin said, and he said, when somebody told me, he said, God bless the Republic. He says, yes, the Republic is wonderful if you can keep it. If you can keep it, even Ben Franklin, who was in the midst of the greatest time in American history, we were having independence over England, they were going to war with muskets and pitchforks against the greatest fighting force in the entire world. They laid it all down, gave up all they had, all their livelihood, and waged war against their reinforcements. And they won. They didn't win because those men were special. They didn't win because those men were better than anybody here. They won because they showed up and God used them. That white on that flag represents purity. And we have witnessed a defamation of our purity of this nation. When this election has been fraudulently compromised. Are we going to do what it takes to stand up and have valor? To secure that purity? Well, the blue represents justice. We will have justice. You know, I hear in protest, I hear them saying, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. And God bless them, they're getting out there and doing what they think is right by them. And every American has that right. You got a right to get out in the street and say whatever you want to say. You can protest, you can spew hate words, as long as it's not too hateful, right? We want to be respectful to one another. But you can get out there and protest whatever you want to protest. That's what America's all about. You want to talk about Allah? You want to talk about Allah or the Hindus or Buddha? All that stuff, I'll listen to it. Let's sit down and reason together, right? But America is about respecting one another. And when it comes to no justice, no peace, it's justice for all. It's not justice for one special group. It's not justice for just those who control the media and every news article you see, and they want to brainwash us into believing that we've lost our country. You know what I say? To hell with the media. We've got our own media. We've got our own media. It's called social media. And that Zuckerberg, you can stuff it in a sack, mister. Shut me down. They already shut me down twice. Guess what? I'm going to put up more and more accounts. We got all the accounts in the world. You can just hold up an account on Facebook. You can't shut it down. That's how free speech works. You can't stop the power. In every one of you. Look at yourself in the mirror tomorrow morning when you wake up and say, I have the power. The power. We have 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 the power. And we will be heard. We will be heard. We pray for Trump. I pray that he's holding the hand of cards. He's going to come out and give him a left, right uppercut and knock the living crap out of these little But until then, we're going to raise hell. Lord, we're going to bring heaven. We're going to bring heaven. God bless you all. Thank you.
All right. You guys, next we have Josh Flores, Latinos for Trump. Josh is talking. That's what he does. Yes, he does. Josh has been a friend and a fellow freedom fighter, and I'm so glad we got to partner together to do this with all the others here. So, Speaker Josh, I'm passing the mic. Thank you so much.
How is Raleigh doing today? I have some Latinos in the crowd. I have some Black Americans in the crowd. So when I was been told that me and this Aaron guy who works with Brexit, if you don't know what Brexit is, it was him who was the really regional director of the United States, right? So, David Housewife, yeah. So guys, so last time I checked the media and the Democrats, mainly, no offense guys, the white Democrats are saying that there's only white supremacy that goes to these Trump rallies. Let me tell you something. I'm not white. He's not white. I guess we're racist here. So guys, we're here for one reason only. That reason is because they're going to cheat this election. It's going to destroy our democracy. It's going to actually destroy our trust, the trust system that was put in place. Our founding fathers had a vision for America, and that vision was for us to stay free. That's what the Declaration of Independence is there for. Yes, that's why we have the Second Amendment. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that we're going to use the Second Amendment yet. If we need to, we will. So guys, we know we're talking to the Democratic Party who thinks the guys in these uniforms over here and the gentlemen back here in the back here, these guys that work their ass off to protect our community day in and day out, calling pigs and that the pigs should die. We're not that party. We stand with the men and women in blue. We stand for our U.S. military, and we stand for the flag, and we kneel before God. That's our democracy. Not calling these officers pigs and they should die. They would do anything. There you go, no respect. They would do anything to destroy this democracy. Let me tell you something. They're doing a good job at it. Let me tell you something. I can give the Democrats credit. Listen to this. I can give them credit because they work their ass off 7 days a week, 365 days a year, all year long to get their candidates elected. Republicans, I hate to say it, guys, we don't do nothing until election time. We need to be active 7 days a week, 365 every day of every year. We got midterms coming up, guys. 2022. We don't need a repeat from 2018 when we lost the majority in the state house. We need to gain our seats back. We need to make sure we stand up for our democracy. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so guys, the thing is that we need to stand up for what we believe in. We cannot hide no longer. We cannot be a Joe Biden and go to the basement because we all know why Joe Biden didn't campaign because they already had this election rigged. That's why he did not campaign. I mean, that and because he can't speak English or know what office he's running for. One time is a mistake. I understand it. 2 times, 3 times is that you have got the problem. So guys, we cannot allow them to steal this election. So let me tell you something. If we sit back and we do nothing about this, we'll say like the guy that was running down here earlier. He was like, trust the system. No, that's a lie. I'm not going to trust that system no more if they rig this election. It's going to make it harder for the average American person to actually trust the system anymore. Look at Philadelphia, like I said before. Look at Nevada. Like I said earlier, Fox News called Arizona way too early. Arizona is going to be Republican state. Like I said, guys, we're going to win Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. We're going to pick up. I think we're going to pick up Nevada and Arizona, and we're going to win 4 more years of President Donald Trump. Before I get out here and let beautiful Miss Ashley Smith continue to do her stuff, guys, let me tell you something. I've been in politics. I'm 25. I've been in politics since I was 15 years old. I've been working polls since I was 16 years old. I've been poll greeters since I was 16 years old. I've been called every name in the book, down to a wet fat, down to a cockroach, and down to a disgusting Mexican who lost his Mexican card. Let me tell you something.
I don't want my Mexican car back. You can have it. You can have it. That's it. I'm an American. There's no Latino. There's no black. There's no anything else. We are an American society. We'll be afraid about this election, that God's will see us through this whole election, that we can succeed, and that one thing is, guys, remember this, guys. When you go home tonight, what could you have done better to help this president get elected? What could have you done better to get these Republicans in office? Where's the GOP at? Half of these people across the nation, including Dan Forrest too. Dan Forrest, he won that election. It was a scam all along. So the question is, these GOPs need to step up, these Republican legislators, and across the nation, because let me tell you something. Like I said before, half of the people would not be in there if it wasn't for Donald Trump. So they need to wake up, stand up with the people. And I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. In America, we don't worship government. We worship God. Guys, thank you so much. I love y'all. And
y'all pay attention. This is one thing I got to take off the bag of hat, not because I don't love President Trump, but I'm going off the record election right now. It's not on behalf of election right now. I'm gonna keep this short. But what I gotta tell y'all is this: I work with people all across the country. I work with specific minority people all across the country. These election results are boofed. They are not true, and I know it. I work with minority people across the country: North Carolina, Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin. Those states, even Minnesota was looking more red when I was just there 2 weeks ago than what I just saw. I don't believe it. But regardless of what these results are saying, God is in control of all this. All of this. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. They cannot do what they want here. He is in control of what happens here. God calls us to be bold. That's why I'm so happy to see patriots out here right now. There is no, I'm just going to wait for somebody else to post it. I'm just going to wait for somebody else to say it. We don't have time to wait no more. Faith without works is dead. No matter what organizational affiliation you guys have, I need y'all to understand. Jesus is real. Jesus is coming back. And I'm not going to be sitting here on my hands not doing anything when he gets here. I'm trying to set the stage for my Lord and Savior. America is the land of the free. Freedom comes from God. I told you I won't go wrong with it. But God does not force his will on us. So take your free will and get out here. We're going to be at the Wake GOP and also here in the Capitol at the GOP, making Hillsborough Street, making calls, making sure that everyone's vote is being counted. We have to do what we can do and then put the rest in his hands. We can't put it all in his hands. He gave us freedom to choose what we're going to do. Exactly. God bless America.
That's amazing. That's how God works. Because he just got up here to confirm stuff I just said to my husband like 2 hours in the car. So I'm going to let Gotti introduce our next speaker. I might mess his name up. So.
Hey, you guys are in for a treat. And for those of you that don't know me or haven't heard me speak before, I just want to give you a brief background on myself because it'll mean a lot more when I introduce the next speaker. I grew up in Israel and I served in the Israeli Defense Forces in a counterterrorism unit. The man that I'm about to introduce, I call my brother, and I don't call a lot of people brother, especially, you're in for a treat because you can see this anywhere else. When an Iraqi hugs an Israeli. My friend, Hamidi Jassim, many of you have probably heard of him. There was a book The Terrorist Whisperer, the documentary, The Terrorist Whisperer, you can find it on Amazon. And my brother saved countless American lives when he worked for U.S. military intelligence during the invasion and the war in Iraq. Ladies and gentlemen, Hamidi Jassi.
Thank you very much. Hey, WRL. WRAL just asked me for an interview and I said no. But you can put your camera up now. Yeah. Listen, because they always go for the brown guy. Sure. Listen, I grew up in Iraq. I was in one of the sit-down prisons when I was 12 years old. I was hanging from my legs upside down and tortured for something that I didn't do because I refused to give my money to somebody. I'm going to tell you this right now. I voted for Donald Trump because I don't want to live that life again. I'm an American citizen now. I became an American citizen in 2017. Even though I was a former spy for the U.S. intelligence, I came here legally. I waited to get my citizenship and I earned it. And my Iraqi passport is still in my house. And if anybody wants socialism, I would love to trade my passport with them. And I would love for them to go back to Iraq and live on the 4-spoon of rice diet for about 9 years. And if you want that, well, please come knock on my door and I'll be happy to give you guys my passport so you can go back and taste that life for a little bit. And this is what drives me crazy, is that the state of Michigan, Detroit specifically, that is a big Middle Eastern area. And there is something Googled in Arabic in the last 24 hours. What happens if I'm not a citizen, but I have voted? This is what they've been searching in the last 24 hours. Why? Because they were not citizens and they voted. And they've been searching this through Google. And this is not something you search in English. This is something you search in Arabic. And they've been voting, basically frauding every ballot they have. And I'm positive that in the state of Michigan, there is a fraud. And I hope that President Donald Trump goes after those who committed the fraud. Because when you're telling me the same people who were tearing things up in Pennsylvania are now the ballot workers. They're now the ones who are counting my vote. And now you're telling me there's an integrity and there's honesty within this election. It's insane to a point to believe that. Look, maybe you might think there's not many people who look like me would vote for Donald Trump. And that's a lot. I'm going to tell you one thing. The Iranian parliament member, most extremist, anti-American Iranian parliament member, goes by the name Mustafa Shah, has said this morning in his Twitter, our supporters in Michigan had defeated Donald Trump. Wow. And I'll tell you one thing, and I want WRF to hear that, I will not be celebrating with this guy. I will not be celebrating. I'll tell you this, regardless where this election goes. They're not just afraid of Donald Trump. They're afraid of you. They're afraid of that strong America who tells everybody in the rest of the world that we are the boss. And you know why? It's not ignorant. It's not white supremacy, because the last thing I know, I'm a brown. The reason why we're telling them that America needs to conquer the rest of the world, because we have gained enough blood to have that title. And that's what they try to strip us out. They're trying to tell us that we don't deserve to be in the top of the world. And what scares them is not just Donald Trump. Whether Donald Trump stays or goes, you need to continue with this mentality. Because what scares them the most are not those with the skinny jeans who want socialism. What scares them the most is you. And I'll tell you, every Cuban that I met in this country voted for Donald Trump. Every Iraqi who lived through the Iraq war that I know voted for Donald Trump. The only problem that I have is the GOP needs to do their homework. Because Donald Trump is the first president to open the door of minorities to the GOP.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like myself who are scared because when they come to this country, they automatically turn Democrat because the Democrats have turned a system on to make everybody that arrives in this country into a Democrat. And I tell you, they should not do that. We need to fight. There is a plenty of people in Michigan who think the same way as we do. Who loves this country. We need to reach out to them. Because what they called us is they called everybody who was standing here, they called them a white supremacist. And when someone like me came out and said, this is why I'm voting for Donald Trump, they said, Hamidi, you're not a Muslim. And I said, who the hell are you to tell me that's who I am? You've never been in my country. You never lived my life. You never have that life. And you don't get to tell me. They told every black, you're not a black. They tell every brown guy like myself, hey, you're not a Muslim, you're not a good guy, you happen to be a white supremacist, but I'm not white. And the person who was speaking here before me is not white either. So the media has been projecting this picture to the American people for the last decade, telling everybody that the GOP is the party of the white man. And that is not true. And I can tell you, whether Donald Trump stays or go, for the next election, you are going to see hell. Because we're going to go to work right now.
And I just want to say I'm white, but I'm not a Republican, so we'll just throw that out there. Come on up, Bree. This is a lady from Women for Trump. I'm going to give her a few minutes. Good afternoon, Raleigh. Here we go. I just want to introduce myself. I am a woman for Trump, but I am not with that organization specifically. I am a housewife for Willow Springs. I am my past life. I was here in this area. Yes. Okay, a little bit closer. Okay. And I have just been moved by what I have been seeing. I just want to give you a minute of encouragement. So can I have a minute of your time? The first thing I want to tell you is that we have been the problem. Okay, that's like church. You get your toes stepped on because the preacher gives you truth and it hurts. We're the problem. But when you realize you're the problem, you can become the solution. And that's what we're becoming today. We're going to be the solution to the problem of the attempted destruction of our republic. There's three things that our political enemies do correctly, and they're in peace. The first thing they do really well is they are patient. They didn't take prayer and the Bible out of the public schools overnight. They waited slowly. School board, after school board election, after people being appointed into the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction. They waited patiently. You be patient too. Donald Trump is patient. Did you watch his speech last night? I have never seen him that docile. Now, I don't think Donald Trump is giving up, but he's a patient man. You and I have to vow today to be patient, to come to these rallies, to talk to your neighbors. My family and I just spent 2 hours at the North Carolina Republican Party headquarters. By the way, I'm echoing her. I'm not a Republican either. They left me a long time ago. Now, do I vote for Republicans? You better believe I vote for them. But I am not a member of the Republican Party, but I'm unaffiliated. Kraus, first name Brandy, Brandi. Maybe you'll see me on your ballot in Wake County in a couple of years. Need some Republicans to really run, some conservatives to run. Let me get back to the patients real quick. You are very generous to give me this time. Absolutely, absolutely. The second thing that our political enemies do really well is they are plotting. They're always planning. They're not sitting back. They're not thinking, well, maybe we've lost this 4 more years, so we'll get involved in early 2024. They are starting today. We are starting today. Your yard of bumper stickers on your car, they don't need to leave. Why would they leave? Why would you quit talking to family? And by the way, I do hope you're having Thanksgiving. I'm gonna try to have 200 people in my house. Hope Mr. Cooper's watching. Come get me, Mr. Cooper. The third thing that our political enemies do really well, because they're patient, they're always plotting. They are players in the game. Clay County, did you look at your board of commissioners? There were at least 3 seats unopposed. That's our fault. I'm in District 2. Matt Calabria, whatever his name is. He won before Election Day. He won by default. There were others. Where are we? I know you're like me. You go to church. You got kids. You work. You pay taxes, right? You take your neighbor's dinner when they have a baby. You do all those things. We cannot let up on the Republicans. You have got to be patient. You have got to be plotting. And you have got to be a player in the game. Love y'all. Okay, and we're going to go over the motorcade that's going by for the solid police officer. If you want to join us, we're going to take a 5-minute recess, go over, salute this fallen hero, and then we'll come back. We've got about 5 more speakers, and then I'll wrap it up with my little spiel. Anybody wants to stick around? Also, please, if you have not already, come give us your email, because the only way to keep in touch with us if Facebook goes down is if we have your email address. We are busy with our website, redemptionnow.com, and we also have our email that's going to be coming back out. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. And yes, if we could just only take American flags over, that was a request that was made. I know it's a little strange, but if there, I mean, y'all can put your other flags right up here if you don't mind. I'm sorry to have to ask that, but that was asked. It's up to you, but that was just a suggestion. Pass it along.
Me either. Non-smoking, whatever. Yeah, there's.
Oh, there's always one in the group.
You can probably go on the bench up there. Will they go up on the ridge or something? Look over everybody.
I still think so that we
It's already like cracked or whatever. It's probably, if it falls down that, it's probably dead. Yeah, it's in the pocket. Yeah. now. Maybe. Crank it up. Oh yeah, that's not going anywhere. Yeah, if it falls, it's falling. Okay, wait, well, if it falls, it's falling in the motion. Well, knock on steel. I guess. Come on down and say it. Bryce and Gray. Where you at? Diamond and Silk, where you at? Nope. Yep. Yep. Here in the shade. Oh, you're fine. Unless we cross the street. Said unless we cross over. Go on the other side so I can film the crowd. Spread this crosswalk. Hey, thanks for helping our military.
Administration, but the some administration, that's what.
Oh no, you're fine. Hello, everybody. We're out here in Raleigh, North Carolina, protesting the steal and honoring a fallen officer right now. And then we might go to the governor's mansion and cause a stink. Not that it can get too much more stinky with Cooper Pooper over there. Virus with a 99.997 survival rate. And there's still Muppets walking around with masks on. Unbelievable. It's like people lost common sense and just give in to fear. That's a tactic. How many freedoms will you give up for your fears? It's a good tactic to take away your freedoms too. Scare people into it. Maybe I got a better view of it. Oh yeah, that's a bit better. Got my lovely, beautiful wife across the street getting a different angle. Those of you just joining in, we are right outside of the Dobbs building in Raleigh, North Carolina. Just got done with the protest of the steel, and now we are attending a little, I guess they're going to have a little parade for a fallen officer. Little convoy. How original. They rode by playing F. Donald Trump. It's all right. I'm going to make a new song. Biden's a bitch. Biden's a bitch. And his running mate, Harris, is a hoe and a witch. Yeah, I said it. And they are moving again. Oh, I guess they are converging to make an announcement of some sort, I guess. Biden's a bitch. Biden's a bitch. And his running mate, Harris, is a hoe and a witch. Somebody give me a beat.
Bring it in close. Bring it close.
Are they going to come back around again? Uh-oh. What we got going down here? Stop right next to the Trump truck. Oh, is he going to come back around again? That's what it looks like. Let's do it.
Everybody follow me back to the Raleigh point.
Okay, back to the route.
Yeah, that was it.
I was gonna, I didn't want to leave you hanging.
I think we can go with that. Looks like the nail stopped in, changed his name up.
Oh, what's the say?
Absolutely, completely Antifa.
Yeah, that's the name.
Yeah. It's all right. We see that Antifa.com still points directly to JoeBiden.com. But that's none of my business. Also noticed that that IP address was initially coming out of California, and now that IP address is off a proxy server in Atlanta, Georgia. So,
none of them really have the same like kind of look to them. Like, you know, if you go to DC, it looks like they're in freaking like Rome or Greece or something. You know, like all of them have the same kind of look, like the bigger buildings. Whereas here, it's just random. They might have tried to get artistic, like a little separated triangle or something. Yeah. Looks like they thought like modern, but it's right next to the park. Yeah.
yeah. Give it up over here for a minute. You make like a little bag thing. I can set stuff in like that because that works pretty good.
There was a rope-a-dope. We're back. You know, we here, Bobby. Hopefully, I wouldn't be back.
I guess everybody's gonna reconverge right here.
Still have like 4 more speakers.
Okay. Well, if not, we'll just roll to Koopa's.
Yeah, I'm going to Cooper's house. And you won't let me sit out there and yell as long as I want.
If you want to yell at him, go right on ahead.
I will. Till his bitch ass wife comes out. Then I'm gonna yell at her.
Yeah. And good luck with that.
Oh, I don't need luck. I got Jesus. I'm sweating. Did you see the few dumbasses drive by?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Donald Trump.
Yeah, I had a couple middle fingers drive by. They were too scared to roll down the window and do it, of course. And they had tinted windows, but I could see their finger against the window.
I'm just gonna have to make that Violence Bitch song. No, we ain't to mess with anybody playing it. I can just play it right back.
I'm gonna map out where Cooper's house is.
Yeah. Two little Coopers. It's 10 walking.
Is it?
I don't know. I said maybe. Might be.
About to look at Governor's Mansion. It should be Dan Forrest's, but it's not.
It will be.
0.3 miles. 3 minutes driving. Let's see what yeah, I don't know how to do that.
I'll just figure it. Oops, 11 minutes.
Oh yeah.
You want to just start walking forward?
I don't know. What do you think? I mean, they're all coming back. That brief is so good. I know. It's getting right under the back of my hair. It feels so nice.
Definitely didn't mean to put him up on screen. Just trying to see what the little 3 dots were. I can see if I can actually put them in timeout or block people.
Hey, everybody. All right. Okay, so we currently about 5 more around. We have a little bit of lineup. Here's we get out of the quarter is not being confirmed by a lot of the yet, so I'm not going to make any announcements because we've had, I don't think we've seen justice yet. I don't think we've had a press conference yet. So, and we are all entitled to that as Americans. So I'm going to pass the microphone over to my good friend Stephen Wagner. Pop up here for the call. You guys probably don't recognize this thing, but then usually stands out a little more. So, all right. got a meeting with you?
Take them home.
Feel good having you all out here. Appreciate it. Got a great time here. I know for sure I can try to figure it out. Then I can handle it all very clear. Sure, everything. But when you're wondering if the vote is even all the way legit, then I'll just show up, which I believe is what they want. Not play into their hands. We're going to show them that, hey, we're going to sit here and let it play out of court. I heard some rumors about some watermark. That's true or not? If so, that's epic. But we'll be able to see. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, there's some rumors about watermarks on actual ballots, which would, like I said, be pretty epic. They didn't actually do that. They need to do it now.
Yep.
But does everyone start getting involved in your local government?
It's a digital barcode watermark, not necessarily like a real watermark, but you see on a bill, they use like a certain scheme in that barcode.
Like my officers will not enforce any kind of mass. And the commissioners that's in charge of the government, they said we're not going to do what Cooper is encouraging us to do with this very word for them. We're not going to put a mass fine.
Cooper's a bitch.
That's why I'm going to see that.
And for those of you that do live somewhere like that, I encourage you to let the district attorney realize that you're going to exercise your right to a jury trial, which will cost them thousands of dollars to attempt to extract like a couple $100 fine for you for something that's not even law. So stand up for your rights. Don't be bargaining. Don't worry about it. They say, oh, we do this at the third to you. It's not law. Everybody knows the legislature can pass laws, not the government. He's issuing orders. I don't care. I have no interest in what some other man's orders are. I didn't sign up for anything that's got to change command. I don't have keys. Therefore, I'm under no obligation to follow orders. Neither are you. But anyway, Cooper can just kick rocks, basically. I was getting haircuts when we weren't allowed to get haircuts. I got a big old tattoo when we weren't allowed to get tattooed. Anything else he outlaws, I'm gonna go ahead and just do that. Heck, I go to church more now because again, you appreciate it. I was that guy that didn't even but you're not gonna tell me I can't go to church. I bet you that. I'm not a constitutional scholar, but I'm pretty sure that's what the church. The state is not gonna tell me if and when and how I'm gonna go to church. Sure. That's just one of the many problems. So I encourage y'all to get friends coming to the house.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to protest. I didn't want to be the guy. Basically, accused of being some like neo-Nazi terrorist because I went to damn Subway in order to see him. Now, granted, I didn't have anything to think about my two with me, so we're involved in But yeah, they try to make that into something. I've known the fake news was fake and all, but they try to put that like supposedly racist thing and say that we're some kind of neo-Nazi. I'm like, yeah, they very openly hate you. It's very, very do with you. Anyway, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm married to a Mexican girl, so I'm like, some kind of racist. But so yeah, don't believe the hype, though. I need to say about WRL, but me, I'm the type of person that will talk to my enemies and try to reach with them and win them over. And for all I know, I'm the one that's wrong. That means something else. I'll change my mind. I know what they're with it. But so I'm going to talk to my enemies. WRL, there's literally no way to get it. We really are liars. WRL. You know what I mean? Like, it's great. But we really have to anyway, so yeah, be careful who you're talking to, because they will find a way to see it. I wouldn't be surprised if we were talking to the officer earlier, if there's not a picture tomorrow saying, angry crowd brings officer. You know what I mean? We're sitting there just talking to them. You know? But so yeah, it's crazy. Don't believe that I put on hanging there. And just keep thinking up what you think is right. I travel the state for work every single day. I'm not in the mountains, I'm not in the coast. Basically, I'm still here But so there are entire communities where there's no mask at all. People in the store don't have one on. The people walking around don't have one on. There's other places I go, they look at me like I'm from Mars. What you gonna do about it? You get looking, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's just one of those things where people are really intimidated in the way. You got some that are virtue signaling. Oh, look, whatever. I'm not gonna be guilt tripping in that one. Humans get sick, the weak ones die. That's 100% wrong. I hate it. I don't want to go on there either. But if you're weak enough to die from flu, you're gonna die from regular. So I mean, it's unfortunate, but that is 100% wrong. The people you see that are at work wearing things like this or under their neck, hanging off their ear, they're not scared of them. They're scared of their boss. They're gonna make their boss think they're gonna get fired. You see people out in public like that, got a on there. They're not scared of them. They're scared of their government. That's unacceptable. We're not supposed to be scared of our government. Every single one of your fellow citizens you see walking around have that sort of mask. They're scared of their government. That's what that means. So stand up for that. Stand up. We're not scared to stand up for this. We're not going to say something more than that. Keep it moving, y'all. We out there. Get active in local state. I'm gonna do it too. I don't want to run you off, but I'm gonna do it. Get out there, do your thing, and vote for those that are trying to make change. God bless America. Hopefully we get an accurate count. And if we do lose, we're not gonna burn nothing down. You know what I mean? I'm show up with, you know, with sharing there. Hey, if we all gonna lose, if we get the cabela's, we're gonna lose. When we get the cabela's or ATV string, we can keep the paper to the first grade, anything to the all right, well, I'm gonna hand it on over. And I'm gonna have to
I have the pleasure to introduce you to our next speaker. He is the chairman of Black Voices of North Carolina. He is the chapter advisor for his Lexit. He is the co-host of the Urban Conservative, my friend, Adora.
What's up, you? That's good. That's good. Well, look, as Emily said, I wear a lot of hats, and it's been a long day, so I'm not gonna keep y'all out there long. But I just gotta point to one thing now. Mark Robbins just proved that you can never call this North Carolina Republican Party racist ever again. The first black lieutenant governor is a Republican. Is that not a double whammy for the liberal? We have a historic. I was on it last night. And they said, oh, you know, there was a slight uptick in blacks. That is the most black votes any president has gotten, Republican president since 1960. It's insane. The amount of votes. We doubled that vote for African women. And it went from about 7 to about 10% for black men. When it's all said and done. When it's all said and done. A lot of my friends are on social media talking about we're on a losing team and you should cry because Trump is losing. It's obvious who gets their news from. Isn't it obvious you support the race? I'm like, okay. I just so happen to work with the black guy that I just so happen to go to the White House for a black in the room that he was in. That's a horrible race. Horrible race. We talk about black support for President Trump. I was in the White House talking to black people that work for the president who get ecstatic about work. It's insane what the black people do. They want me to believe, they want my brothers and sisters to believe that Republicans are racist, people who support Trump is racist, and the Republicans are evil. When I ask them a simple question, Americans so what are Americans? How do you account for a Supreme Court? How do you account for back-to-back black American? How do you account for this? Right? And black billionaires. I wrote this black billionaire. The guy who sat at Woolworth Lunch Counter in 1960, when there was a time, there was a thing called white on water fountain. We've gotten so far in 60 years. You mean to tell me that Clarence, who had the dogs barking at him, the guy that had the water hoses on him, the guy that couldn't drink out of him, he don't know a racist, but I'm supposed to let a white liberal tell me, Chelsea Hammer, if you got female part, what a racist is?
That housing like look at our school. Am I wrong about what's happening with the races and the police are caught? They want to bring this into the school board. Y'all better wake up. We get excited. I know. Right? You know, the rappers, the singers come out. We care about it, right? But protecting our Second Amendment rights on the state level, not letting the government hurt us, not letting the school board indoctrinate our children with socialism is far more important. In closing, the last thing I'm going to share with you is, let's just say by some far off chance, somehow, Donald Trump has now.
Racing?
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Greensboro.
We got to be effective.
You got the Democrat dad that goes
I
on
thought you
board?
were talking about the guy with the big ass truck before.
No,
Let's just say that.
Okay, that one.
the Democrat dad.
Okay, I thought we were talking about.
Isn't this the biggest in front of your face? Let's steal it right.
Which if he does, it'll make things really fun.
I'm not saying you should. but
Bryson Gray.
years ago,
Bryson Gray.
you'd have been shooting.
Or is it Bryce Grayson? I can't.
We understand the best idea of what for all the rules to see, I want you to around so all if you're on social media, I want to ask y'all a couple of quick questions and I want to see your answer. How many conservative, God-loving Americans out here believe in God? You see that? Okay. How many people out here believe that a person should be judged by the content of their character and not the color of their skin? Last question. How many of us are going to continue to fight to keep America the greatest country on the planet? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pruitt Ali. I appreciate you letting me spend some time with you today. Let's save America, y'all.
Hey guys, great. We have one more speaker. We can walk one. So I'm sorry about that, but even if you're with us, I'm not gonna wrap this up. Just a few words. It's been on my heart the last few days. Okay, one more. Okay. Oh, awesome. You want to come? All right, hold on. Listen. Here you go. Thank you so much.
Hey, good afternoon. I just like to talk about some of the numbers because, as we know, the North Carolina election is not going to announce the final count until November 3rd. Right now, Donald Trump is 76,000 votes in North Carolina. What should we expect?
He said he thinks his brother might watch that.
Random. All right.
Should we expect to see all those votes show up? No, we should not. If someone votes, we want the people decided to vote. Those people decided not to. Some of those votes so we see all those votes show up, and there is somehow 7,000 votes for the former vice president. We should be very suspicious. Yeah! Now the provisional ballot, there's some issue around in the precinct. Now maybe you're not registered properly, but you have a provisional ballot. Come back and check later if you actually vote properly. Now it's being double counted. 40,000 votes. Are we going to see those 40,000 votes show up for Biden? If we should be suspicious.
Yeah.
You should be very suspicious. Like you said, the Constitution is generally both matters of the state. If North Carolinians have the responsibility to hold the North Carolina Board of Elections accountable. Michigan. So we can control what happens here. Because this year we have a Republican majority in the House and the Senate. Oh, now that the court opens the map, the Democrats win. No, that wasn't true. 2021, they'll be redrawing the maps. So we all want a fair election. Let your representatives know we want a voter ID law.
I mean, really, is that too much to ask
We
for?
don't want any more trade. We want fair districts. Everyone can vote and go and say their voice is counted. I would like to say one last thing. As the speaker said, it's responsibility. Trump will lose. Sometimes the cheaters win. But we will not give up. Because we said there was a blue wave coming. There was no blue wave. So we are going to keep fighting. We are not going to give up. Because this is still a democracy. A democratic republic. Constitutional republic. All of those. Even if the cheaters win this election, we're not going to give up, and we're going to keep pressure on our state representatives to make sure we have fair and good elections here in North Carolina.
North Carolina did vote, pass a voter ID law, and it was slashed by North Carolina Supreme Court, which is 61 times Democrat. So we need to push for voter ID in our state. We need to be on the phone every week with our states and our representatives asking us, as representative democracy, the Democratic Republic. Those of you need to know voter ID is important. That needs to be the number one issue before the primary. Before the primary. Election and stuff like that. We need to talk about it now. Day one of the next election is 3 days ago. Okay? We got to be on it, and we cannot let up. All right, I'm going to introduce our next and last speaker before me. Is two ladies. Let's make sure I get it right. Well said with Kim and Vic. I'm so glad to have y'all today. Thanks for being here. All right, everybody. Hello, Patriots! And yes, we have a little problem.
Kim and Vic on YouTube. Kim and Vic.
Well, I'm on here today about because really bigger than this has everything our constitutional republic being on the line. We do not have fair and transparent elections for all of us, right? Yeah. And I don't think for me, I don't care who it is. But whoever it is, I want to be fair and transparent. Yeah, I don't think if it was Biden wins, which I think it is, I still think office of president. And I will accept whatever the American people say or whoever they say is president. So we came out here because we feel strong that our country is at risk of going down the wrong path. I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, I think about my grandchildren and what I want to be to them. I'm ready to fight to the death for this. I don't know about I'm about to do everything. I'm just encouraging you guys. This for real. I get to go.
I love these ladies already. Kim and Vic on YouTube. I'm gonna have to look that up. I think they said it was the Kim and Vic podcast.
Ooh.
You were like Jacob. You sold your birthright. You sold your birthright. You sold your birthright for that there. You sold your birthright for Section 8. But your birthright is still in place. That's the one thing about it. The birthright never loses its power. Yeah. Hold on to your birthright. Mentality in your mind is being enslaved by the other party. So I'm just here to let you guys tune into well said.
Well said with Kim and Vic, I think is what it is. Well said with Kim and Vic.
Hey, thank you guys.
That thing is
Thank you. 24 hours together, people and hang out once again to our state capitol. So let our elected officials know that we're still here. We're not going to be quiet. We're not going to go home. We're not going to sit down. We're not going to shut up. We're So yesterday, now I've got so many confirmations of what I was going to say.
Yeah, I know. I just thought about
You know, I always talk from my face because that's just my heart. If you follow me on our Facebook group, I always talk about my faith. And it's not the perspective of truth as an organization. Personally, that calling from
I'm halfway there.
in this time. I really truly know each and every one of us were called for such a time as this. And I know that my role has been what I've done. And some days I can go to kids. I've not always been like, woo, let's go do this. No. Some days it's just been outright hard and I didn't want to do it. And I didn't feel good. And I wanted to go home. And I wanted to sit on my couch and watch TV. But there's something in me. And there's something each and every one of you that propels us to stand against tyranny, to stand up for just outright evil. Let's just call it what it is. For good men to do that. I refuse to be a good woman. My husband is a good man doing something. And all of you are too. And I'm so thankful to not be standing up here on a soapbox by myself, because that was tough. So he kind of stole my line earlier, but what was on my heart was to really get back to the founders. Benjamin Franklin, when asked by a lady, well, sir, what do we have? A republic or a monarchy? And he answered, a republic, but only if you can keep it. Only if you can keep it. So, I went with the other leaders in the audience rally myself and thinking about what to call this rally today. We have so many issues to discuss from. I mean, stop steal, medical tyranny. How many different things are happening? Fair elections. All these things are so pivotal right now in our nation. But the one encompassing thing kept bringing to all of us, save our republic. All these things are at the heart of our republic. So I'm trying to hold them like this. I always have. Now what's called a voluntary homeschooler. But now all of us are homeschoolers, right? Like we're not. And so I've been one to always define my terms. So I want to know, okay, what is a republic? What's the difference between a republic and a democracy? And it's really important for us to know if we're going to defend this nation. What exactly are we defending? So I started doing some research. That's who I am. And I started looking into it. A representative democracy, by definition, is controlled by an organization or group that is elected by the majority of its members. Okay? But a republic, is one where people are represented by the elected officials, but the people maintain the supreme power. So that's the key difference that I found in all of these definitions of studying this. public, we the people, who are ruling this land. Whether our elected officials like it or not, we still hold the supreme power. Reign supreme in this nation. And at the very heart of our the only way to represent democratic public based on constitutional law, however work and has worked, is by fair election. By knowing that we have a fair election process. So when we go to the polls, that our vote actually matters. So we know we're not just having anybody come in late or on the ballot work dead relatives being counted as votes. Look, man, as leader of Rio City, I can tell you 145 people in the last 48 hours. Dead relatives. But vote for Joe Biden and Roy Cooper this year on November 3rd. I can tell you that. One of them, which was a white, a fallen police officer, who never been a Democrat in his entire life, a fallen police officer, 5 years, voted Democrat in this election. So explain that. They need to explain that. Okay? That's voter fraud. Plain and simple. So when you see something, you have to stand up to it. We can't sit idly by and never again. Never again. So, we have to pray for our president. We have to pray. President Trump, good president. And I'm praying for him because I truly believe in my heart that he is inside of him. If Joe Biden, I will respect his position, but you will never convince me that Joe Biden has not more votes.
Or Obama for that matter.
No, it's not true. Come on, no.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Big money comes in and builds a grassroots organization like the grassroots when they're really funded. Let me tell y'all, so we have an MC runs on a budget of $0. And I've never been approached by anybody with this kind of money. Other than when you guys gave some, y'all donated a little, all the stuff that we got for our legal fees and protests and things like that. But other than that, we've never been asked for that. That's funny to me. No, we will not. No, this is for the people and by the people. This is for the people and by the people. Always has been and always will. But you guys, you have to be responsible for our community. This is our home. This is our country. This is our inheritance. This is our posterity. This is what our children are doing nothing right now. And I care enough to stand up. My kids are never going to look at me and say, Mom, why didn't you fight for me? Never. And neither are yours. Because you're today, you're out here to let your voices heard. So I appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you guys so much. Thanks for being here. People are asking you in the next minute. I don't know. Right now we're kind of taking time. We have to take the word of y'all posted. Follow the group. If you have not given us your email yet, please do. It's Facebook. I mean, Facebook is taking down a lot of groups. We have really tried to remain independent and don't get taken down. But you never know when they'll decide to put our numbers up. So okay, so we're doing some stuff for our emails. It's reopen@gmail.com. You can email us if you want to be in our email list and stuff like that. And we also have a website that admittedly has not been very active the last month or so, but it's reopennow.com. So you guys, I appreciate y'all so much. Yes, thank you so much. Okay.
One thing about, as you know, social media is basically dominating. I've been shut down several times. If you get too conservative or too outspoken about the Constitution or too outspoken about freedom or too outspoken about the pure evil that exists in our nation, Mark, whatever his name is, will shut you down, right? No, I wish I could see that kind of thing. I think he's a robot. But aside from the fact, instead of Facebook, instead of social media, instead of worrying about how to talk to somebody on a computer, let's get out and get people's faces. Okay? Here's the thing. Yes, go door to door. If God puts on your heart, go door to door. Just go door to knock on the door and say, hey, listen, did you know? Did you know this? Right? Because information is power and ignorance is bliss. A lot of people will sit around and not even be concerned with what's going on. They don't know. They don't know. But it's our responsibility as Americans to get out and get in their face. This whole plan, you don't think there's a plan in effect? You don't think social distancing and mask wearing and all this stuff going on with COVID has got something to do with this? It's all tied together, guys. Okay, fear has dominated our populace to the point where we don't even talk anymore. People go into places with masks on, they're talking to each other, you can't even understand them. If I had a nickel every time I stood behind people in line where the woman's like, hello, take the mask off. Take the mask off, people. I mean, Lord Almighty. Are you seasoned or are you politics? Are you blowing mucus out of your brain? No, you're not. Take the mask off. Let's talk. Get out and meet people. Spread the word. Get people's faces. It's time to get up, get out, and get in their faces. Okay? The liberals have done it for years. They'll get up in your face and they'll push their agenda. It's time that the Republicans and the silent majority get loud. Get loud.
So when I said earlier that I'm a white and not a Republican, I'm unaffiliated. So I guess y'all all know how I voted. I'm unaffiliated. 40%. That was the swing this year. But you know, when we went to look and see what's up your how you voted, you know, North Carolina state bureau of election, you can go and see if you voted absentee, you voted registered, but you cannot see who you voted for. Isn't that interesting? Don't you think that with the technology in place today, that I ought to be able to go up there and look and see that I voted for Trump, that I voted for Ford, that I voted for Romney?
We are beyond that technology.
On down the line. So how do I know? Because it says Ashley Smith voted. How do I know who my vote was really counted for? You know, when we took a petition with 8,500 signatures and hand delivered it to the Speaker of the House, Tim Moore, and he said, and this is 28% of the members, and he said, too late for Tim to vote. And you know what? I looked right at him and I said, Mr. Moore, if we don't have constitutional law reigning right now in our land, why would we think we're going to have a legal election? And that was months ago, you guys, and I called it. We're not having a legal election right now, and we need to demand it, and we can't rest until this is resolved. So we're going to all go home and go get some lunch, but we got to come back. We got to do this again. We have to keep going now until our election is fixed, until we have a fair election that honors our system of government that's set up as a republic. We have to do that to save our republic. If we don't, I shudder to think what we're going to be left with. It's going to be a shell of America, and we'll never get it back. We'll never get it back. We have to be willing to stand up. And I appreciate you guys. I'm so proud of the friends for the next bring more people. We got to come back, and we got to keep coming back strong. And I appreciate all of you guys. I mean, like, I've made some of the best friends ever in my whole life, and I'm so thankful there's still like-minded people in our state that still love freedom and that are still willing to stand up and fight against it. Just like Tim did, with whatever it takes. Oh yeah, we're not dead. He's gonna go back to phase one. He will. I'm sure he will. Yeah. He will shut this economy down if we let him. If we let him. But you know what? Rio didn't see that civil disobedience May 1st. May 1st. You know how long we're in May 1st, he said, go out and open your business.
Excuse me, what's y'all's YouTube? What's y'all's YouTube? Y'all have a YouTube?
Well said, we have recommended.
Well said.
Actually, speaking educational, let me ask you to please do this, because we don't have our cards yet. Please email me, and I will send you the link.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll be doing, well, actually, we'll be doing something every day. We're kind of pre-recording and live broadcasting. So,
okay.
But if you go out there, email me, please. As a matter of fact, if you email me, I'll send you the link to the page, and you can subscribe to it, and you'll see our first broadcast there as well, too. All right.
Awesome deal. We'll see y'all there.
Yes.
God bless. Oh, this battery pack is just not gonna cut it.
I was a board teacher in my past life before COVID. So Promise you're gonna sing. Promise. I'm gonna hold you to it. Okay. I'll stop halfway through. I won't. Mercy, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright star through the perilous night. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rock and the bombs bursting in, they proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Stay brave.
Might help. Mm-hmm. Now would be a good time to have the hoverboard. Get a nice smooth and I have to walk.
Well, I don't do hoverboards, so yeah.
Well, yeah, we see how you do hoverboards.
Oh, it'd be nice if she was outside when we got there. Over yonder. It made my day if Cooper was outside when we get there.
Yeah. Let's go sit on Cooper's doorstep.
I can be stupid with you. Stoop, kid's gonna leave it, stoop. Okay, I officially need better walking shoes. The struggle be real. This nice cobblestone field don't feel good. What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, great. This should be entertaining.
Oh yeah. Cooper, Cooper. Maybe.
Yeah, they look like NT. They all got skinny jeans on.
Oh well.
I thought they needed to fix some of them stones.
Sound like it. Oh, there goes
Or
some
they
more.
strategically placed them loose so people could throw bricks. Is that what you do, Cooper? Cooper's house is that away. Fuck you too.
Sounds like going forward.
It just sound like a
Oh, are they going to the mansion?
Are y'all going to Cooper's game? Are y'all going to Cooper's?
Everybody going to Poopers?
Oh yeah, let's go to Cooper's. I got the map.
Right across there.
I think so.
All right. All right. I'm sure it's going to change. Do we need to go across again? So we can, yeah, probably. Okay. You think we'll not notice you steal election? We notice. We do not appreciate corruption in the U.S. government. Oh, we coming for you, Pooper. I mean, is it not just ridiculous? I mean, really, I feel like we could have we could leave it up to like an elementary school to come up with a way to prevent frauds in elections, and they would be able to do it better than we've been doing it. Oh, you don't have an ID? You just got a name and an address? Oh, you vote.
They went ahead and called him at 81%. Oh, they must have been people.
Is it right there?
Yep. That's the government.
Either or.
Yeah, you're actually better to stay on the top.
Yeah, I was going to stay on the sidewalk.
Well, we'll wait. No, it's never. Cooper. Cooper.
I drove around here a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Get out! Pack your bag!" I'm like driving around it. Get out! In the middle of the night. I know. I was like, if I go around 7 times, maybe he'll just get out.
Did it work?
No.
He is such an idiot.
He really is.
He is such an idiot. I think I'd rather have a 9-year-old in office.
All right, there we go. I think he's going to let us go too.
In that big old house. I would shut the economy down. Right.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Okay.
We got it. Hey, bitch. You full of shit. Open up the economy, jackass. Must be nice. Must be nice living up in this right here when everybody else is having problems getting work and crap like that and having to do, deal with the lockdown. You don't have to deal with that, do you, though? You still get paid and you still get to live here. How lovely. Muppet. See? See this? It's America. You see this? It's America. America. Look at that. I can look over your gate too. You see that? Look at me. Cooper is a big heaping pile of garbage. Cooper, I'd tell you to go screw yourself, but I guarantee it's not long enough to make it happen. I gotta be the only one out here standing here yelling at you. I will be. I don't care. Stupid Muppet. Yeah, I bet it is. Someone said, I bet the passcode is 6666 whatever. Oh, we have a number. 919-733-3871. Seven 3871. If anybody wants to call Mr. Cooper, there you go. This is the number right out front of his mansion. Anybody? Anybody want to call and complain? Hey, Cooper! We calling you, bro. Come on out. What you hiding for? Such a little muppet. Of course they hung up. Hey, come up here and look at this one. Hey. Hey there, Pooper! Pooper! You steamy pile of shit. It's just me, Pooper! Come out and talk! Come on! No? You muppet! That's all right. It's all right, Pooper. I'll be calling you later. We're gonna get you on the phone. It's all right. Yes, he is! And whatever, we'll just call until you guys talk to us. We got your number now. We got your number. It's not over, Pooper! It's not over! Sting operation! You filthy, dirty maggot! Are you gonna stop picking up? You're hanging up on us, Pooper! That's all right. We'll be back. We'll be back, Pooper. You stupid, sorry sack of nothing. I got your number, though. Got your number. Why don't you pick up? Why don't you come outside? No? Why not? Why? Why are you hiding in your big old mansion? Hmm? Hmm? What a flipping fraud. Yeah, y'all want to get out? Come on. We got the number to call now.
Yeah, I'm gonna call all night long.
Yep. All night long. All night.
Yeah, tell Chris to go fuck himself. All right, next time.
We'll be back. We'll be back. I think I might bring myself a little crowd next time, too. All right, folks. We came up here to the legislature. Ugh, can't even talk. I'm so flipping pissed right now. We came up here. We protested. We attended a little convoy for a fallen officer. We screamed at Roy Cooper's mansion because, you know, he's got his governor's high society privilege over there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Might end up doing something like this tomorrow. Might maybe do something big in the next 2 days. So just subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Follow along, keep in touch. All right, folks. We'll see you later. Have a good one.